It seems like I can never escape this fella. I mean, I'm not even joking, dog. Every time it seems like, oh yeah, okay, we can just kind of resume normal life, resume normal content. Nah. This man puts out a video that is relevant to me for some freaking reason, and I have to talk about it just because I'm just sitting here like, it's going to eat me up inside if I don't. First of all, hi everyone. Hopefully y'all are having a fantastic day. So earlier at the time of filming this, which is the 23rd of January, mark my words here, I saw that the good man Estepario Siberiano put out a video talking about a quad pedal setup. 4 beaters, 2 bass drums, absolute insanity. That's a lot of notes. And I watched through the video because, I'm somebody who also happens to have one of those setups. That's right. I have to go do something. Success! Yeah, I've been playing quad pedals here from the Duallist company, obviously. As you can see right there, it's backwards, but you get the drift. For about 3 years now. But I went from playing a classic chain-driven double pedal to doing the Duallist pedals. I do highly recommend their pedals though, because their pedals have a very smooth action. It feels really nice. It's something that definitely has improved my playing and has strengthened my feet, especially as a drummer. I will say that 100% for sure. There is no doubt about that. They're really great pedals. They're really durable. They're super neat, and they produce some really awesome sounding combinations once you start getting a little bit more creative with them. And I've had nothing but good things to say. And I mean, honestly, my band has benefited from having the quad pedal setup. It's absolutely fantastic. Mr. Estepario Siberiano, he's a very, very talented drummer. He's been known for playing some of the Duallist stuff in the past before as equipment, and he made this video about the quad pedal setup, and I thought it was pretty darn cool. I watched through the video, and then at the end he said something that I felt like it kind of called me out a little bit. I know he probably doesn't even know that I exist, but either way, it felt like he attacked me personally. He said that he thinks that he's the only one so far that's done this, because, while it's still a relevant topic, and also because I also did, the pedals are right here, okay? I did it, okay? I did this thing too. So I wanted to take a little, second to do a video about it. This video is going to be for 2 purposes. One, we're going to talk about the pedals briefly. I've made videos about them before, but this is going to be a little bit more about the pedals. We're going to talk about his video that he did and just kind of watch a little bit of it. And finally, we're going to do a demonstration. Yes, I know. We're doing finally a drum demonstration. I know I don't usually like to post a lot of drum videos on the channel, mainly because most of the channel is just me talking to you guys. But today was the day. I went out and purchased a bunch of microphones and stuff so that way I could mic up my drum kit. At least just my bass drums. I don't have the money to do the whole drum kit just yet, but it's so that way we can make a video, we can talk about this, and we can give a little demonstration for you guys, because you know what? Y'all deserve it. So let's talk about the Duallist pedals first, shall we? So to start off, the Duallist pedal is made from a Scottish guy named Kevin. He invented these pedals. He used to live on farmland out in Scotland. I think he still does have his family farm out there, but anyway, dude man's a drummer. He wanted to make a pedal that could do 2 functions in one. It could function as a single pedal and also function as a double pedal at the same time. So this man started making pedals that you could do that with. His first ever prototype was made out of Legos, and then he eventually, when he got some more time, crafted it, made it out of some absolutely phenomenal materials, highly durable materials, and now we have such a beauty as it is today. So let's talk about it. What does the Duallist pedal do? Well, for one, it is a super smooth, strap-driven bass pedal. It has several different bearings inside, more bearings than the average pedal does, so that way it provides a very nice smooth feel. Not only can this pedal do the single pedal motion like I've described as well, but also with the lever that you press right here on the right side, almost lost control there, it turns into a double pedal, in which one motion of your foot pressing down the pedal board springs forward 1 beater, and then lifting it up springs forward the other one. As you can see, it's on a dual spring system. We have 1 spring right here, 1 spring right here, and they provide an equal tension so that way you can use it as a double pedal. After that, if you want to switch back to just the regular single pedal motion, the lever here that's on the right, you press that down, and you have a single pedal once again. Now, a couple things about this pedal. For one, it comes out of the box not tuned to your liking. You have to manually adjust the spring tension, manually adjust the pedal board height, the length on your strap, the angle on your beaters and all that. You have to adjust all that yourself to the way you like it. It doesn't come out of the box ready to play necessarily. When the pedal is in this mode right here, where it is in double mode, the spring tension and the amount of force it takes to push the pedal board down increases drastically, because you got to remember, you're not just fighting one spring, you're fighting two springs and they want to go in opposite directions. So that is going to cause some differences in your foot technique. You're going to have to change a few things up and things are going to feel a lot different. Overall though, the pedal is highly durable. The pedal is highly smooth. All the materials on here are very high quality. They last a long time. The straps that are on here are made out of Kevlar and very high grade rubber. You are not going to break these straps. If you do, send me your number. I would like to find out how the heck you did that. It's an overall very well designed pedal. I like them. I feel like it's improved my foot technique a lot. Shout out to Kevin who follows this channel. You're an absolute beast. Thank you for making these pedals. You've made dreams come true. We've given a little breakdown on the pedals. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Estepario posted here on this video. Now, disclaimer, I've already watched it a few times, so I already kind of know what the gist of the video is. Talk about some of the things that are on there, and then we are going to jump in to a little demonstration that I did. It's going to be absolutely fun. So let's go ahead and jump in. Before we start though, I check my YouTube analytics as any good creator should, and only about 0.7% of you guys are actually subscribed to the channel. What are you guys doing with your lives? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. We do a lot of fun stuff and a lot of videos just like this on here. We're going to have a lot more fun content coming your way, so stick around. It's going to be a fun journey. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's take a look and see what Mr. Jorge has posted. Yeah, so he is using triggers already. We can already see that for sure. Triggers is not cheating, by the way. Don't mistake me when I've said that before in previous videos about people using triggers as like a down thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just the acoustic sound just sounds a little bit more homely to me, per se. But anyway, let's continue. Yeah, wicked fast, as we can already tell.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Today
I'm doing fantastic, thank you.
Very fucking special video, and there is a good reason to shoot this video. As many of you know already, this week I've been trying to play some very complicated or some very fast things played by the official account of Captured by Robots.
Yes. He has been, and he's been doing a fantastic job. Now, he's going to be talking about this for a little bit here, so we're just going to zoom in ahead of time. He gives a little demonstration on what's going on here with these pedals, like how they work and all that, which I've already done. So we're just going to jump right in. I'm just trying to go ahead and zoom forward to see when he starts doing the demonstrations and whatnot. I'll tell you what, let's just zoom back a little bit more and let him explain it for us.
What happened? Both of our feet would... However, since the movement that the pedal replicates is exactly the opposite, if I was playing 16th notes, for example, like I do on a regular double pedal, nothing would happen. Both of our feet would be playing exactly the same because...
And this is true. See, in my time playing the quad pedals, what I will say is that, yes, you have to kind of relearn your foot technique and whatnot. This is absolutely a fact. It definitely does change a lot of things about it. You change a lot of your foot technique. It does strengthen your feet a lot. It strengthens your calves. It strengthens your shin muscles and all that, because it takes a lot of effort to be able to push down those pedals in the first place once you get the quad pedals activated. And second of all, the motion of it gets a little bit funky. So kind of like what he's talking about right here, he's talking about how to actually use the quad pedals and actually get the sound that you're looking for. You can't just do like regular old double bass, right? When you're trying to use the quad pedals. So what he's saying, you can't just do a classical 16th note, you know, when you're trying to do it. It's not going to give you something that's going to sound like, right? It's not going to do that. And the reason being is because if you do that, you are going to be matching up the pedals in sync with each other. It's not going to sound right. What you have to do is you have to actually kind of play in a shuffle pattern in order to actually get it to sound right. Because it's a lot like doing double strokes on, you know, regular bass drums. You can't just, you know, alternate your feet in and out. I'm trying to get the pedal to not fall over. You can't alternate your feet in and out like this, right? It's not going to work right if you're doing the double strokes. But if you alternate your feet out like this, you'll get the sound that you're looking for. So in essence, what you're trying to do is you're trying to do 2 on one foot and then 2 on the other foot and go back and forth and do it that way. That's the best way that you can get the quad pedal sound, which is 30-second notes. You have to do a little bit of a shuffle pattern. And he'll explain it kind of like a flam in this video. And yeah, it's true. You do have to kind of change your foot technique up just a little bit in order to actually to get it to sound right. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into his demonstration and just see how his sound, and then we'll do our own little demonstration just to confirm if that is indeed the case and you can play it like that without triggers. So you notice how his feet are moving right there. We'll go ahead and we'll just slow it down real quick and watch this.
Technically, should sound like we are just trying.
It sounds like he's having a stroke.
Played with the bass drum is a massive success. Let's try that out.
I want you to watch his feet when he's doing it. Watch his feet when he's doing this. You see how he's moving in a shuffle pattern? He's going with his feet. That's how you need to play in order to get it to work right. That's how you need to play. And I will say, me personally, that was one of my hardest obstacles to overcome because I was so used to just playing classic that when I tried to start doing quiet bass and stuff like that, it did not make sense to me whatsoever. But once I was able to overcome the idea that I had to start playing in a shuffle pattern, it got a lot easier to use. I will say that for sure. And he's just playing it like it's easy.
Now,
like it's not
I was
a problem.
playing at 150 BPMs.
All right, so that's 150. And he says, according to that, when you double it, it would sound to be about 300 BPM, regular 16th notes. Absolutely accurate. That is true.
BPM.
That's very fast. Now let's go ahead and just see how he sounds zooming forward a little bit. What it would be at about 200 BPM. I believe it's this part right here. Am I playing it the right way?
Let's just start with one feet, the other one, both together. Let's go with a regular group.
So this is about 180. By all means, it's still very fast. It sounds very good and tight.
Let it work. Left foot.
He's doing each foot individually. This is one good way, actually, you can build up your foot technique is to work on individual feet.
And now, both together. Wish me luck.
Classic double bass pattern. Yep. That sounds about right. Yep.
Okay.
It does sound about right. Yeah. Now, here's the thing, right? It takes a lot of practice in order to be able to play it like that, and I will say that from my own experience, 3 years in now. It does take a lot of effort and a lot of practice, but once you're able to actually nail it and start getting, used to the feeling of the pedals, it becomes very easy work after that.
Okay, it's good. Let's pump it up a notch. 200 BPMs. Technically,
Here we go, 200
that would be
BPM.
400 BPMs. That should be impossible. I'm not even sure I can play that fast because the Duallist has a
Which, fun fact, is Archfire's fastest song, 400 BPM. Anyway, continue.
little detail that nobody
Just to
understands.
say it,
You're always playing with two springs, okay? Because it has two beaters. So when you're trying to play with...
And right there, he's talking about that pedal tension. Yes, it increases drastically when you add that second beater, and it really does. But once you get used to it, usually you're like, okay, it's not that big of a deal.
Both beaters, you need to action two different springs, and that makes this a fucking workout. I mean, it's crazy. Everything is running right now. Let's try 200 BPMs. Let's go with it.
Man, that simple stand is like struggling to stay on the ground, dog. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, it goes fast, but is it something that you can control? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. We're going to try that one together. I'm already surprised this was pretty fucking good.
It was very good. Very excellent, my friend. I will say that 100% for sure. Definitely good to see that other people are starting to pick up on this trend, and I do like this trend. I think this trend is cool because I've started this years ago. I actually originally wanted to do this trend because I saw a drummer by the name of Morgan Sansus play this. He is a French drummer. He played for the band Henker. He didn't do it with the Duallist pedals. He did them with the Sonar Giant Leaps, which they no longer make anymore. If you can get a hold of those pedals, it's very hard to do so. They're like at least like $2,000 a piece now. They're very rare and hard to find. And those ones are a lot different. They're not set up the same way as the Duallist pedal. It's a little bit of a different mechanism. But yeah, definitely the idea of quad bass is not something that's old. It's definitely something that's been around for a little while. But with a guy like this popularizing it, I am dead certain that this is going to blow up. Now, as he said, is this something you can control? I actually would say yes, because after 3 years of playing it, it is definitely something that it takes time getting used to, but once you actually do get used to it, you can learn how to control it. And we will show you that in this demonstration right here. In this demonstration, we're just miking up the bass drums. We're not miking up any other part of the kit. Any of the other audio is bleed that comes in from the bass drum microphones that we used. What we used to mic it up was two SM57s. It's an industry standard. I don't really have the money to afford any of the other, mics that are out there. We have a D6s that we're going to be working on getting in eventually, and a couple other microphones to go with those, but eventually, we'll save up the money in order to do that. We're going to get them as, little by little, piece by piece at a time. But for now, industry standard, two SM57s, one on each bass drum. We did 3 different tempos, starting at 150, then going to about... So without further ado, we'll show you those demonstrations. I'll label the little timestamp above on what the BPM was, and hopefully you enjoy. See how that goes. So yeah, I know this was a little bit of a different video by comparison to some of the other videos that I've done, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it was something that was really cool. And this is a little bit of a different vibe from the past couple of videos. So, obviously Estepario knows what he's talking about. And indeed, all that information about the Duallist is correct. Now, if you're wondering yourself, how can I become a Duallist player? Where can I get those pedals? Lucky for you, I'm going to leave a link down below in the description on where you can find them. They might be a little bit more expensive, but I will say it is definitely worth the buy because this pedal lasted me a very long time, very highly durable. This is something that doesn't just break down over time like some of these other pedals. This will last you a very, very long time. And plus, the people over at Duallist are super nice. They ship them all the way from Scotland, and it is a family-owned business. So go support my man, Kevin, who runs and owns that business and has started it from scratch. The man is a legend. And with all that being said, y'all, that's going to be the end of this video. So thank you all for tuning in and stopping by. Great to have everyone here. Hopefully we can spread the word and make quad bass a lot more fun as compared to, just regular old double bass. Let's make things a lot more fun this year, shall we? And with all that being said, y'all, that's the end of this video. So take care. Thanks for tuning in and stopping by. Don't forget to check out the other videos on my channel. And with all that being said, y'all, that's it. So I will see y'all in the next one. Cheers and have a great rest of your evening.